Hello and welcome. Nice to see you again. I know what you are. You're an introvert, aren't you? And you're struggling to talk to people in VRChat, even though you watched my very helpful and educational videos. So today, I am going to introduce to you some tips that I use to make friends in VRChat and to break the ice. Here we go. If you're an introvert like me, you should definitely start off small. So starting off by just completely listening is fine. That's okay. Because if you start talking to a person right away, you might get into uncomfortable situations because you don't know what their views are, what their opinions are, what kind of stuff they talk about, and boom, you'll be stuck in a conversation you really don't want to hold. So just kind of try to stand there and just listen. And if it seems like you can connect with that person, then shoot your shot. Stepping it up a bit, you can use pens and the text chat to communicate prior to you speaking. So you can kind of ease in you speaking with your actual voice by using pens or text chat. And another good tip is using smaller instances, because instances with a lot of people will naturally have more clicks, so more groups that are already talking. So it might be harder to kind of join one of those groups. Also, pro tip, join the off hours. Join on weekdays in the early morning or the noon when everyone's busy going to school and work. That way there'll also be less people. So yeah, it's totally fine to just stand nearby a group of people and just kind of listen to them. Most people really don't mind just someone standing there and listening because you won't really interrupt them. And yeah, try standing nearby people with similar interests though, and no rush though, because we don't have to be best friends with everyone, right? So picking up the pace a little bit, once you've stood enough near a person with similar interests, which they probably won't mind because who really gets annoyed about just a person listening, right? You can ease into the conversation by waving and making gestures if you have VR. If you don't have VR, on PC there's also avatars that support different types of emotes and dances and gestures, so I'm sure you'll find something if you look hard enough. Personally, if I don't really know what to say or how to break the ice, I use this avatar called Kipfel. This is a cute little silly avatar, and this usually helps break the ice because people like cute, goofy, and silly things, and you'll probably get a reaction out of them, which kind of helps ease in talking as well. So if you know how to act and play your character a little bit, you'll definitely make people giggle, and therefore they'll want to talk to you. But meme avatars can be a double-edged sword though, because a lot of people don't like being interrupted by them. So do pick something silly that's cute, but not something like an annoying meme character that'll crash their PC or something with loud and uncomfortable sounds. That's a no-go. Do wear an avatar though that matches your interest. For example, this avatar is bunny themed because I like bunnies. So if someone talks to me and they like bunnies too, we can get into an easy conversation. Another important point about avatars is that in VRChat, people usually cluster together. So all of the manukas, all of the cute manukas will make a group, and maybe all of the kipfels will make a group. So try to have a matching avatar for the group of people you want to interact with, so you don't stick out too much. I mean, it's fine to wear a different avatar, but it's actually really common after a few hours of an instance being open that, clusters start to form at different points. So yeah, keep that in mind. So now we're actually kind of getting the hang of it. And at this point, you should have made at least 1 or 2 friends. But now the problem is, you've added them, but you never hang out with them because you're still shy, You've only gotten past the first stage, but after you befriend someone, there's the rest of your friendship. So what do? Since this is VRChat, we have a lot of options. And here's a few. There's a lot of game worlds, like a world kind of like Overcooked, where you gotta work together in a restaurant to complete orders and make dishes, and it's very fun and very chaotic. There's also puzzle worlds like Kizuna no Katachi, where you have to rely on each other to solve the puzzles. So that might also strengthen your bond. And then there's also other social games like Bullshit, which is literally just Liar's Bar, but in VRChat. So yeah, pick something like. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know more about worlds, I actually have videos planned to talk about them. So if you don't want to miss that, press the subscribe button. Thank you very much. But yeah, pick a world with a focus on the activity itself, so socializing will just happen naturally. But that's not all. Here are some extra tips to help you on your journey. Number 1, compliment people. So actually this is really funny because I actually made a lot of friends just saying, oh, wow, that's a nice avatar you got there. Or, oh, I really like your style. So yeah, this definitely helps with kind of easing in the conversation because you're already establishing that you have a similar taste in avatars, and that's something you can talk about. And I know this might be a bit superficial, but subconsciously you'll always be drawn to people that you think look good or stylish. If you want to talk about a certain topic, you can also prepare responses in advance so they don't struggle as much when you're in the field. Another thing to keep in mind is that since most people in VRChat are actually introverts themselves, don't be shy to just say that you're shy at the beginning of the conversation. Like say, oh, I'm new and I'm kind of introverted myself. I'm kind of shy, so don't expect much from me or something like that. Say that at the beginning, most people will probably understand, because if they were actually extroverted, they wouldn't be on VRChat in the first place. Another good tip is joining a world that has a clear goal in mind, or a world for a certain type of hobbyist. I personally wouldn't recommend worlds that are tagged as like chill or hanging out, because usually people are just in front of mirrors and they're literally just chilling, and they might even not know themselves what they really want to talk about because they're there to chill and not like find friends or have a productive conversation. So yeah, I definitely recommend language exchange worlds like ENJP. There's also worlds for all kinds of hobbies, like a cafe or drifting world. Or if you're an FPS fan, you can go to shooting worlds and try out guns with your friends. Cool, right? Once you have like 1 or 2 friends, you can actually just take them to other worlds and befriend other people. Or you can ask them, hey, do you have any friends you like? And then you can befriend their friends, and the friends of their friends, and the friends of their friends, and the friends of their friends, and the friends. So yeah, think of your friends like a safety net for making even more friends. In spite of all of these tips though, I do gotta say, do not rush yourself. I found out the hard way that there's a lot of people that you naturally just don't gel with. Especially after adding a person to your friends list, it's a very high chance that you'll never even talk to them again. But that's totally normal and you shouldn't feel bad about it because there's a lot of people out there. You can't be friends with everyone. That's just impossible, even if you have the similar hobbies, similar interests, belief, everything. And at the end of the day, there's just one of you. So yeah, that was the video. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And actually, did you know that 95% of you are non-subscribed? So if you're not, please subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, tell me what helped you on your VRChat journey in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.